Is it me, or was that debate a bunch of bullshit? That debate was strictly for entertainment. It wasn't to solve any of the problems of America, or to really highlight any of the problem, or highlight the solutions to fix the problems in America. It was just a bunch of bullshit. It was a mudslinging match to entertain the masses. That's all that shit was. But with that being said, peace and blessings to everybody out there. Welcome back to the Fake Woke Podcast. This is your boy BobbyVILN. I am back with another video. Now, last night I watched the debate. I was supposed to post this video last night showing clips of the debate. I recorded it and everything. I didn't like the video. I scrapped it. Now I'm here. I'm just going to give a quick recap of what I saw during the debate. Now, when it came down to the debate, I felt like Trump walked away with it due to his wittiness, due to his responses to certain topics like the war on Ukraine. I felt like he gave a perfect response to that, saying that I'm just trying to resolve the solution. I'm not trying to really get involved in it. I felt like he gave a good response to the Palestine and Israel war. Again, emphasizing that he just wants to stop the conflict. Those are good responses in my opinion. Kamala gave a great response on the Israel-Palestine conflict. She didn't really say that she was for war. She said that she just wanted a ceasefire, which was a good response on her part. When it came to abortion, I felt like she took the topic on abortion. I felt like a lot of Trump's responses when it came to like immigration or abortion or whatever, I felt like they were more of the woke right talking points instead of actually getting down to the nitty gritty of those problems and highlighting what are causing those problems. But when it came to immigration, I felt like Trump dropped the ball when he tried to mention the Ohio situation. He was talking about cats and dogs being eaten. I didn't read nowhere where it said cats and dogs were being eaten, but what I did read was that the Haitian migrants, we'll talk about how they're specifying what type of migrants are causing havoc in Ohio, but they highlighted that the Haitian migrants were eating ducks in Springfield. And that was due to a conference, a conference. I saw the video on that. The black dude said ducks. He said nothing about cats and dogs being eaten. When it came to the Gen 6 topic, I felt like that was a lob for Kamala. When it came to her trying to attack Trump on his foreign policy, I felt like that was a weak approach coming from Kamala. I felt like Trump's rebuttal in mentioning the border in regards to her foreign policy and what the Biden and / Harris administration have been doing with foreign policy was a great rebuttal, because they dropped the ball on foreign policy. As soon as Biden got into office, Russia went right into Ukraine. Like, immediately. Like, Trump sitting there mentioning Afghanistan, that was a good point. Trump sitting there mentioning the fact that Iran was broke up under his administration, then magically became a wealthy country, that was a good rebuttal for Trump. But I just felt like in certain areas, they really should have went into detail. I felt like immigration needed a little more time. I felt like the economy needed a little more time, even though we experienced a decent economy up under Trump. I felt like Trump, if we're looking for a stabilized economy, I feel like if we really believed in either one of these candidates, I feel like Trump would be a better fit for a stabilized economy. But if you want mass immigration, the Biden administration is the one for you. That is the administration for immigration. If you want mass immigration, that's what you're going to get with the Biden administration. But I'm going to keep it a buck with you. If you want a surveillance state, if you want a real big brother state, that's probably the Trump administration. because I feel like that's exactly what they're going to usher in. And up under the Trump administration, I feel like the CBDC, or shall I say, a full electronic currency will be implemented up under Trump. I feel like our cash reserves, not our cash reserves, but I feel like the cash in circulation is going to drop down considerably, because I feel like Trump is going to be the one to smooth over electronic currency. What other topics during the debate that I found that needed to be spoken on a little bit more? I felt like the topic of Kamala's blackness was a lob for Kamala as well. The abortion topic, the Jan 6 topic, and her blackness, those were lobs for Kamala. Those were blatant lobs for Kamala. The fact that they were cutting Trump short on his responses and allowing Kamala to run on certain topics, I felt like the moderators were doing her covering for her. And I felt like, and I'm gonna be honest, I was surprised on how articulated Kamala was during this debate. Because if you're familiar with her Tulsi Gabbard performance, she wasn't this prepared for that debate against Tulsi Gabbard. And Tulsi Gabbard was supposed to be the one Tulsi Gabbard was supposed to be the one to help Trump prepare for this debate against Kamala. And if that's the case, she could have did a better job in prepping Trump. Even though if I had to give both candidates a score out of 10, I will give Kamala a 6.5. I will give Trump a 7 even. It wasn't that far off. I'm only giving it to Trump because his witty responses, and I felt like his responses and when it came to the economy, when it came to policy, when it came to inflation, I felt like he had better responses than Kamala. We already know how she's handling the inflation. We already know how she's handling the border. We already know how her economy is. So with that being said, I feel like she is not a good candidate to continue to run this country. If her plan, or shall I say, if her policies were real, she would be trying to implement those policies right now up under the Biden administration, but she's not. She's not showing any proof of work. So with that being said, I feel like she is disqualified. But you already know people are going to sit there and they're going to run with the liberal narrative, the popular narrative that Kamala served up Trump or whatever the case may be. It doesn't matter how you clip it up. If you sat there and you watched that debate, you understand that both sides is going to be a struggle. It's going to be a struggle on both sides, no matter who we choose. But I'm going to tell you like this. If you want to survive a recession, which we're in, where it's not coming, we're already in the recession, I feel like the Trump administration will probably be a better administration. And that's just it. That's all I really have to say about that. Besides that, it was just a mudslinging match when it came to the debates. Like when Trump sat there, and let me go back to the abortion topic real quick before I get up out of here. I felt like Trump dropped the ball on the abortion topic too. And here's the reason why. He misquoted his facts. He tried to make it seem like in certain democratically ran states there were abortion laws up to 9 months, which is not the case. The Born Alive Act, Protection Act, is supposed to be predicated towards failed abortions. So if a woman go in for an abortion and it turns out it's a failed abortion, the baby is still alive and she conceives that baby. If that baby comes out with any type of medical problems, they're supposed to do whatever with whatever's within their means in order to preserve that life. So what Tim Waltz, whatever his name is, what Tim Waltz did in Minnesota, it's like he softened the care for those particular individuals. So the abortion survivors, as what they would call them, he softened the care. Instead of life-saving care by doing anything, doing any and everything in order to preserve that life, it was more like a comfort care. It was more like, okay, this baby has this problem. The baby don't have any kidneys or whatever the case may be. The baby's not going to survive. We're just going to comfort it until it perishes. Basically, that's what Trump was talking about. But he misinterpreted his facts. He tried to make it seem like it was a rule to be able to abort a baby up to 9 months, and that's not the case. And I felt like that's why he lost the abortion topic. But she sat there and she tried to run the lie of him promoting Project 25 and him promoting bans on abortion. And he sat there and he said, dude, I don't give a shit. If you want to go get an abortion, basically, I support you going to go get an abortion. He's trying to put a time limit on the abortion. Not only that, he left it up to the states, and that's what that was when it came to abortion. But he dropped the ball on abortion. I felt like he lost that topic, like I stated earlier. Another thing I felt like I mentioned just a little earlier, Kamala lied about the Project 25 shit. Trump has nothing to do with Project 25. Trump has his own agenda, which is Agenda 47. Okay, so she's trying to play that narrative of Trump supports Project 25. That's just propaganda. Don't listen to that. That's just bullshit propaganda. We got to call it straight down the middle. Okay, so there was a couple more things, but I'm running low on time, so make sure you like, subscribe, and share my content. If you want a more detailed breakdown of the debate, I might do that later on tonight. Maybe not. I'm not sure yet. But continue to support the podcast. I appreciate you. Thank you.